So I wrote down some notes just to reference, just because it's been about a month and a half. So I started my journey. I filmed that video, and I think I launched it on the day I started. So my video going back and telling that I'm starting this journey again and blah, blah, blah. So that was on August 10th was my first day. And that's been about a month and a half ago, and I started out super strong. So basically, when I first started, I started out strong. I was tracking. Also, I lost weight really quickly. So I lost about 5 pounds, I think, within the first 2 weeks. It was faster than I've ever had in my experience with any type of diet, not just Weight Watchers, I have ever lost. So I was like super impressed and encouraged. Well, all of a sudden it kind of stopped, which makes sense. I mean, your weight loss is going to fluctuate. So just FYI, if this is, you know, the beginning of your journey, that will happen. It will fluctuate. That is what Weight Watchers is all about. It's a slow losing journey because it's a consistent, sustainable weight loss journey. So then after those 2 weeks, I stalled for a while. And in between then and now, I went on a trip. Obviously, I showed you. So of course, I expected to gain a little bit just from that. But because it was just kind of hard to track and eat exactly how I should because you're on vacation. But I was super impressed with myself, and I was content and happy, and I felt good leaving that vacation. Now I did gain about a pound or so, but it is what it is. I was not upset or anything. I just knew that, okay, get back to it and start tracking better. So since I got back from vacation, and of course also thrown in the mix was my burn. So I was not able to be active for a little while there, for about 2 weeks. So that also had something to do with my stall. So I was happy, don't get me wrong, I lost 5 pounds, but then it just stopped. So I was stuck. Well, after all the burn and I was able to be more active, I could tell I just started slimming down, not necessarily on the scale. The scale still wasn't budging, and I was like, okay, this is irritating because I have to see a number, but I have to realize that it is not all about the number, and I do weigh a lot. So I usually try to limit myself. I used to weigh every day. Now I kind of weigh myself about 2 to 3 times a week, usually about 2 recently. So then after that happened, after finally I was just like, okay, I'm seeing it in my clothes and everything, and I took a before picture when I first started and an after picture, and I did not really see a difference to me, but then I started looking closer. My mom made me realize that, you know, hey, there is a difference here. So it made me feel better, and I was able to see it as, you know, that is some progress even if the scale's not moving. So then fast forward to today, I have been on my cycle this past week, but now it is in the past. But basically, so me personally, I don't lose, and I just, you know, maintain. I stall, and just because you're bloated and your water weight and all that stuff. Well, I still stayed hydrated, and I still tracked, you know, and I did really well. Now, I'm not a religious tracker. I kind of just know what things are, so I try to insert it in there just to maintain like my weeklies and stuff, but most of the time I'm like, okay, well, I'm under my points today, so today I officially lost 7 pounds since I started this journey a month and a half ago. So I'm very content with that and proud of myself that I have stuck to it even through the stall, the burn, and vacations. So don't give up. You just need to continue on your journey, and there always will be ups and downs. So for anyone who is beginning with their Weight Watcher journey, just a couple tips. Use your free resources. So a lot of people have asked me, like just my friends and stuff have asked me, so what do you do for like recipes? How do I find my recipes? And not only is your app, your Weight Watchers app, I do encourage for you to explore. There's a lot more on your WW app than what you think. There's basically like this whole Instagram that people post their ideas and stuff. So just use that as well, because I mean, you're already paying for it. Why not use it, right? Well, then your free resources What I'm talking about is your Pinterest, your free Facebook groups you can join. So I find a lot of my recipes on Pinterest. I literally think I find most of them on there. You should see my phone screenshots. And then of course the Facebook support groups are huge. I actually have one that it's kind of hard to maintain just because life is so crazy, but it's called Weight Watchers Real Life if you want to follow it on Facebook. I'm trying to be more active on there, and I've done pretty good the past week. I shared what I cooked the other day. I made chili and corn muffins. They were 1-point corn muffins and chili for 0 points. So if you want to check that out, I would love you to check it out. I will link that below if you'd like to join. But other than that, you just need to make sure you just absorb everything. Just use your free resources. I'm telling you, that is the best thing that has helped me. Now, this is still just the beginning of my journey. Of course, I have lost weight in the past, but unfortunately, life just got busy, got married, and gained it all back. So here we are, take 2. But I am proud for how far I have come, and I love documenting, and I love that I am building my community here. Not only this small community, but just the Weight Watchers community itself is just incredible, and I cannot be more thankful. Okay, so some of y'all have followed my channel even before I started my channel based on just Weight Watchers. I had talked about that I do have hypothyroidism, and I was diagnosed at 17. And basically, I got notification. I was scrolling on Facebook, and I follow this thyroid support group, and I just kind of, I haven't been really paying attention to it just because I'm on my medication, blah, blah, blah. Well, the other day I was scrolling and I saw that they had posted and it was a recall. And I was like, I wonder whose medication was recalled, blah, blah, blah. Come to find out, it was mine. So for the past 4 years that I have been on this medication, unfortunately, it did not have the right amount of hormones in it. So that could very well have been the cause of me having such a hard time losing weight. Because I did only lose, not only, but I did lose 30 pounds in a year. That is kind of a slow process. And unfortunately, you see a lot of people's journeys, and everyone's is different, don't get me wrong. But I expected to lose more, and I have always struggled with fatigue, and weight gain has always been, I don't even remember a time I was skinny. I've never been that girl to be able to wear a bikini. It's just unfortunate that that's just not been my thing, but that's okay. That is my struggle that I have in my life. So basically, I've been on that medication. It is thyroid that I was on. So this is just some information for anyone who has hypothyroidism and is on thyroid, and you still have not been contacted by your pharmacist or your insurance company. This is a big deal. So I contacted my pharmacist and told them what I had found out, and he still had not been notified. Unfortunately, he found out that mine was an affected I guess medication. My medication that I had been, taking for 4 years was affected. So basically for the 4 years I've been taking it, it wasn't doing anything. Of course, that's why my numbers weren't changing, and they seem to have gradually gotten higher the longer I guess have hypothyroidism. So basically now that's a whole lawsuit. So for anybody who takes thyroid, contact your pharmacist and your insurance company, see what they need to do. Now I am on a new medication, and I think it's by the producers. The thyroid is RCL or something, and that's the company who was putting out non-active hormones. So very frustrating, but I just wanted to inform y'all because I did have this information, and I have noticed there has been some people on the Facebook groups that have talked about they do have hyperthyroidism, and so they're doing Weight Watchers to help their weight, because unfortunately that is also my symptom, is I have weight gain. So, and that's not everybody's, but it is mine, and it's the most common. So so that's the fun thing about recently, is my medication doesn't work. So So you don't have to go researching like I did. I just wanted to inform anybody. So just some quick information about that. So this is my month-and-a-half update. Hopefully it provided some information and some outlook of how my journey is going. So I don't want anyone to get discouraged that they're not losing enough or they don't think they're doing the right thing. Basically, take it as your own journey and do everybody is so different. So don't compare yourself to one another. Just keep tracking, keep drinking your water. Also, I am drinking 64 ounces of water a day, and I have felt so good. My skin has been so clear. I can tell that in my pictures, the cellulite is actually becoming, I guess, well, there's less cellulite. I don't really know how to say that, but basically it's becoming less. And so I encourage you to try the 64 ounce challenge a day. It is basically, I drink about, you see my water bottles. Basically, I drink about 3 of those a day. I think it's a little bit more than 64, but anyways, I drink that and I just feel refreshed and healthy. And try that if you can and let me know how that goes for you. But thank you for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell button for future videos. And of course, I love comments, I love to communicate, and I am thankful for all of my new subscribers here. If you didn't catch my name is Abigail, and I am thankful that you all are here. So I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.